Woody, you've got a friend in me. Hey everyone, it's me, Jason, and I just found this incredible video on YouTube, and I can't tell if this thing is a very elaborate prank or a trolling, very expensive and elaborate prank, or whether this is actually a real product that is now on sale, and it has to do with conversational AI. So here, let's take a look at the video real quick, and then let me know what you think. Here we go. She's going through the woods.
She's out of breath.
She's out of breath. She's got this little wearable gadget.
Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair.
A friend is basically it's like a wearable. It's like a necklace that you put on, and you can tap it, and then by tapping it, you can then send an input to a large language model. I'm assuming it's ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or one of the big LLMs, or maybe it's their own LLM. I don't know. And then it responds to you basically as a friend. So it has this kind of personality, and it's going to respond to you. So here, one example was this lady hiking, and the next example is just troubling. And this is where I started to suspect. This is where I start to suspect.
Take notes, baby. Oh man, you guys suck.
Okay, so basically the use case here is that they're playing video games. A bunch of dudes are playing video games, and then the friend of one of the dudes, the AI friend, says, "You're getting thrashed, it's embarrassing." So basically the AI friend is bullying or trolling. I don't know why they would show specifically this example in a marketing video. Again, so this is where I started to suspect that what I'm seeing here may not actually be a real product. This may be a joke. I mean, it's a very weird and elaborate joke, but it's a joke. I think.
I know the effects are crazy.
So it's just like, how's the falafel? I mean, great. I guess like I always want to have, a falafel friend if I'm always eating falafel by myself, and then I just want to have this AI friend there to share the trina with me.
Sorry, I got you messy.
Okay. This is where I really suspect. Watch this.
I just kind of like to come up here to be by myself. I've never brought anybody else. I mean, besides Harry.
She goes everywhere with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I must be doing something right then.
I guess so.
Wait for it. Wait for it. And she stop right there. She went for the necklace, and then she hesitated, and this is the end of the video, right? She's found a human friend. So okay, again, this is where I began to suspect, and I saw this in the comments. I didn't see this the first two or three times I watched this, then I went into the comments. I highly recommend looking through the comments because it's hilarious. But why is she hesitating and not pressing the button unless this is some kind of elaborate joke? I mean, why would you create a video? I'm assuming this thing cost a few $1,000s, if not more. Why would you spend all that money to create a marketing video which basically says to people at the end of the video, you're not going to need this product once you have a real friend? And so I don't know if this thing is real or not. And so I went on to friend.com, and if you go on to friend.com, it's basically, there's nothing on this site. There's just this, I guess it's like a screenshot. It's made to look like it's from the 70s or from the 80s. It's got that lens flare. You've got three tabs: pre-order, blog, and product. So if I go into blog, it's just a black and white picture of the founder and CEO just sitting by a tree, talking about, like, quoting Miles Davis, talking about how he's grateful for all the people that helped him. Okay, cool, I guess. Avi Schiffman, friend, not imaginary. And then you go on to the product thing, and this is where it gets a bit strange, right? Okay, so you have this thing, how it works, and it's like a diagram of how it works, and it's basically you just tap a button on the wearable, it sends the input to ChatGPT, and then the ChatGPT thinks. Your friend will think for a moment and come up with something good to say, maybe, and then you're going to read your phone, so you need to have your phone as well. And so there's a bunch of questions that I have here about this actual wearable device. first of all, the big question is it always listening? And yes, so what does always listening mean? So they're not denying that it's always listening. When connected via Bluetooth, your friend is always listening and forming their own internal thoughts. So basically you're saying that it's listening to everything that I say, even when I'm not pressing the button. So basically, for instance, theoretically, if I were to confess to it that I'm about to commit a crime, it would then have a responsibility to report me to the police, my friend. Or on the other hand, if I'm planning on, self-harm, I would never do that. But if I were planning on it and I were talking about it out loud, would this friend have any responsibility or liability to report that to an authority or someone like that? So then it gets even weirder. It says, we have given your friend free will. How did you do that? We haven't really understand free will even in humans. We're still grappling with this philosophical notion of what free will means. Do we have free will? I don't know if we have free will. And they're saying, we monetized free will. We put it into this little wearable device, $99. We have this thing with this distilled free will inside of an AI. What's really happening, I suspect, I don't know, I've never played with this device. What I suspect is happening is that there's some kind of algorithm that's determining to proactively reach out to the person at certain times, dependent on the types of interactions, the length of interactions, and all that kind of stuff. So there's this really elaborate type of algorithm that's determining free will. So you have all this device and it's $99, and you go into the pre-order, and you can actually go ahead and order this thing, and there's a way to Google Pay for it. So this is like, how can this not be real if there's a way to actually go and buy it? Nobody in their right mind, especially in this age group of people who are in their 20s, late teens, early 20s, and maybe even early 30s, is walking around with a latchkey. Because basically that's what this is. This is a big old flag to everyone that you know that you are incapable of making human friendships. No one is going to be wearing this thing voluntarily. And to me that says, okay, well, why would I spend $99 on something which no one admits to being lonely? It's one of these things where there's this social stigma about loneliness, right? And we're trying to fix that with all these devices and all this AI, and it's great. And I think we should be trying to help people who are lonely, but not by replacing human interaction with a AI interaction, but using AI to improve your circle of friends. And I think at the end of that video, we see the exact opposite, right? We see, like, this guy is not going to spend any more time with this woman because she is kind of, there's a barrier, and that barrier is this AI necklace that you're wearing, this AI latchkey. And then the final note that I have, as someone who's been in conversational AI for a few years, one of the things that we always try to do is you try to give your agent, your AI bot, your agent purpose, meaning what is it trying to accomplish? What is its main goal? And I'm looking at this agent, this AI agent, which I'm assuming you can customize, because it's not going to be the same person or the same assistant or the same AI friend for everyone. You're going to have some level of customization, probably gender, probably name, and a lot of other things, the type of conversations, and all. I'm sure there's some kind of a survey that you have to fill out before you start wearing this wearable, which will customize your AI. But the question is, in this video, really the AI has, except for bullying in one case, which I thought was a terrible example of what it should be doing, we're also, if I'm also looking at this screenshot on the right under the read, and it says, well, at least we're outside. And now, one of the things that I learned about empathy from psychologists, when someone says something to you, like, oh no, something bad happened to me, what you should not do under any circumstance is then say, well, at least this isn't happening. Well, it could have been worse. So, appreciate what you have, because that kind of minimizes their experience and what they've been going through and the hardships that they're going through. So instead of saying, I hear you, that really sounds like a challenging issue, So this AI is not very empathetic. It's bullying. It's mean. I don't know. I don't know if I want one. But I do want one. So Avi Schiffman, the guy in the black and white who loves Miles Davis. Okay, if you're listening, if you're watching this, and I hope you're real and you're watching this, first of all, I'll be your friend. We can hang out, we can talk, we can make videos and stuff like that. I'm cool, I'm open to that idea. But also, if you want to send me a device so that I can test it out and then see what that's like. Okay, that's it, I'm done. Okay, thank you.